Chelsea 2, Palmeiras 1 in the quarterfinal of the Club World Cup. This is Twin Football. Thank you very much for joining us. Today's episode is all about the reaction to Chelsea versus Palmeiras as Chelsea booked their spot in the semifinal of the Club World Cup and will take on Thiago Silva and Fluminense on July 8th. But this is our first video since the tragic news came out of the tragedy that happened in northern Spain that resulted in the passing of André Silva and Diogo Jota. We want to send our condolences from all of us at Twin Football to the friends and families of these two young brothers, only 25 and 28 years old, losing their lives at such a wonderful time of celebration of Diogo Jota winning the Premier League, winning the UEFA Nations League with Portugal, and the wedding between Diogo Jota and his long-term partner, who mother of his three kids, only a couple weeks ago. A great summer of celebration, a great year of celebration, slashed from such a tragic event. And anyone who has had the fortune of playing on the pitch with your brother, in my case, a twin brother, I shared the pitch with him way more times than I did not. Some of your best memories growing up are with your brother practicing, scrimmaging, playing in games, even playing on the holidays when it's 105 degrees out, just because you have the day off from school and you can go play. And these two brothers were able to play, grow up together, and make their dreams come true and play at the professional level. They both played, from what I can tell, with such a great joy on and off the pitch. Diogo Jota's smile has been a staple in the Premier League for the last 5 years, even going back to his days with Wolverhampton. The stories, the tributes to both of them have been so beautiful to watch. A tragedy struck not only the sporting world, but the entire world, and we all came together. The moments of silence in the Club World Cup, the moments of silence at the Women's Euros as well, have been such great touches, great moments to celebrate both of these young brothers that tragically lost their lives a couple days ago in Spain. So again, our condolences from us at Twin Football to the friends and families of André Silva and Diogo Jota. As a Chelsea fan, I so many memories of Diogo Jota running, squaring up the center backs, and making his way, maneuvering all the way through and tucking the ball away. He did it so many times in the Premier League, and very few better than him. And he did it with a smile on his face the entire time. What a player! What a player! And yeah, so sad to see them pass away so young. And there we have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the Chelsea Palmeiras review and reaction. And there's a lot of news that were swirling around this game before it even kicked off. Obviously, Pedro Neto, Portuguese player, friend of Diogo Jota, a tough day yesterday, was given the day off, rightfully so, and was given all of the support by Chelsea, rightfully so, to take this one off as well. But instead, he takes the opportunity, gets the start, walks out of the tunnel with a shirt that honors André Silva, Diogo Jota. He's able to present it at midfield, the whole world to see, as this is a quarterfinal of the Club World Cup. Obviously, a moment of silence and a great gesture by Pedro Neto, and such a tough moment for him and everyone involved. And not only that, but then he goes and gives his heart, his work rate to the team on the pitch. until he gets subbed off. What a great performance, and I'm very glad that he was able to take that opportunity and do that. But also leading up to this game, Lavia, who picked up a slight injury at the end of the Benfica game, wasn't able to overcome that, so he was a scratch for this one. Caicedo with the double yellow card accumulation was always going to miss this one. And so you're going to miss 2 out of your starting 3 midfielders that started against Benfica. So what were you going to do to fill those spots? Well, Cole Palmer obviously moves into the 10 role, and he gets on the score sheet with a great performance, a patented Cole Palmer goal where he hesitates and lets the defender slide by and then just slots it in to the bottom hand corner. A great finish by him early on in the first half. And the other starting position was going to Reece James. He was going to come in and play alongside Enzo Fernandez until he got injured in the warm-ups that gave André Santos his first start here at the Club World Cup. A lot of Chelsea fans hoping and wishing that he would get a start so we could see more of what he could do. The last time we saw him was against Esperance in the group stage, and I thought he came in as a sub, looked a little jumpy, a little timid, some poor passing, some poor tackles as well. But in this game, the absolute complete opposite. Great performance from André Santos throughout the match. His ability to maintain possession, move the ball from left to right, play combination play, play some through balls that broke the lines, as well as making some key tackles. He was absolutely fantastic in this one. And that put Gusto out on the right-hand side, with Reece James not being involved at all. And that was kind of one of my big worries, because I thought that him versus Estevão was going to be a problem for us. Estevão ended up playing on the right-hand side and going a lot against Cucurella. And when I saw that, I was actually pretty surprised. I thought Estevão would drift more onto that left-hand side and favor a matchup against Gusto and then be able to cut in onto his right-hand side. But for Estevão, it seemed like he didn't really care which side he was on, because from the absolute tightest of angles, he is able to put it top shelf off the underside of the crossbar and beat Robert Sanchez to tie this game up shortly after the break. And a great goal for him. Obviously, a lot of questions are going to be asked of Robert Sanchez. A goalkeeper getting beat near post like that from such a tough angle is always going to bring criticism. As a former goalkeeper and a member of the Goalkeepers Union, I will say, even if you are at your near post, a shot like that is one that is going to be very, very, very difficult to get to. If someone from that type of an angle can hit it that high, that hard off the underside of the crossbar, you're basically going to have to give it to them. We saw kind of a similar goal from a decently tight angle in the Champions League final over 13 years ago, when Drogba headed it off the underside of the crossbar from a pretty tough angle that beat Manuel Neuer. Okay, so when you are hitting something that hard from that close under the underside of the crossbar like that, and you're able to get that off, it's just kind of one of those things that you're going to have to just give in to. Now, Robert Sanchez was cheating, so he didn't give himself even an opportunity to make that save, because he was cheating for the cross because of how tight that angle was. And so for that, you can kind of criticize him. He didn't even give himself an opportunity to save that. But it is what it is. And that was 1-1 at that point. Palmeiras picking up all of the energy. All of the crowd noise was for Palmeiras at that point. And you thought a couple substitutions, maybe a Paulinho coming on. Obviously, he is not full 90-minute fit, as he will be taking another surgery coming up here after this tournament, so he can't even go. He's just waiting for the tournament to finish to get surgery done. But he has scored some great super sub goals for Palmeiras in this tournament. You thought, okay, they have the energy, they make some substitutions, and they're able to get the winner. But it isn't to be. Instead, Chelsea and Milo Gusto is able to push through, get a shot off, gets deflected. Poor goalkeeping on the part of Palmeiras, and the ball finds its way into the back of the net for a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Another win in the Club World Cup against Palmeiras in such a pivotal game. Another 2-1 win at that, and a great game overall. But Chelsea A great performance for most of everyone. The one performance that I thought was poor is actually rated a 6.4 here, was in Nkunku. I thought as soon as he came on the pitch, after about 6-7 minutes to start this game, I just thought there was no way he was going to make the end of this match. He was slow, doesn't seem interested. The only time I saw him with real energy or emotion was when he actually skies a shot from the top of the box that probably would have been called back for offsides anyway. But he's so mad at himself, he slams his hand on the ground. But really, this whole tournament, he's been looking to either do things completely by himself or just pass it backwards, kind of make runs inside without much purpose, without much drive. It just seems like he's not into it and not connected with the team. And I think it's just better if we mutually just part ways at this point and move him on, which is such a shame for such a technically gifted player. But you can see the difference as soon as João Pedro came on. Obviously, Delap and Nkunku go off together. João Pedro and Madueke come on. At first, I thought João Pedro might play on the left-hand side, but with that double substitution, Madueke obviously came in on the left, and João Pedro played through the middle. But you could see the contrast between João Pedro and Nkunku, both very good technical players. If at the moment, two of our most technically gifted players, in my opinion, up there with the likes of Cole Palmer. We'll see more of Gittins coming up here, but their ability on the ball to make the ball stick to their foot and weave through defenders is fantastic. But João Pedro, in the 30-odd, 40-odd minutes that he was on the pitch, was driving with purpose, was making runs, trying to link up play with everyone. And you could see the difference between him and a player like Nkunku. Both, in my opinion, have the technical ability to produce some great offensive attacking moments for Chelsea, and we saw João Pedro able to do that a couple of times here in this match. Unlucky kind of to not get a goal, a great save in the 90 plus 3 minutes there from the Palmeiras goalkeeper after a great kind of run into the box and a great quick shot from João Pedro, but unable to get it into the back of the net. I think great things are going to come from João Pedro in this next season, either that's on the left-hand side or up through the middle. We will have to wait and see. But a lot of good decisions here for Enzo Maresca. Will Nicholas Jackson come in with the lap being suspended with the double yellow cards? Will João Pedro be fit enough to go a full 90 minutes after only being with the squad for a couple of days? Caicedo coming back into the midfield. Will Gusto still get to start? Will Reece James be healthy enough? Will Lavia be healthy enough? Will Cole Palmer still start in the 10? A lot of news and things to consider here before July 8th when we take on Thiago Silva and Fluminense in the semifinal. So let me know your predicted lineup in the comments below. And always remember, he's a boy from Portugal. Better than Figo, don't you know? His name is Diogo.